Yes, the world is burning. Yes, the world is burning. But as we rush to fill our buckets to douse the flames yet again, we do it not with anger against those who struck the matches of disaster, nor despair that this time it's much too late. We do it with utmost presence, as if the bucket were a sleeping baby. The fire its crib gently so it does not wake. We do it with joy. We carry our buckets all together, never alone, and we sing our favorite song in choir as we splash. But now at last we know this inferno of our own making can only be transformed together with love.
Dear friends and colleagues from around the world, dear visitors and participants and co-creators of World Unity Week, welcome. Welcome to our panel. Welcome to the One Home Journey, a collective expedition of humanity in unity to co-create home on Earth. To co-create home on Earth. We begin with gratitude to the World Unity Week to provide this catalytic transformative platform for so many people around the world to step up, step forward, to participate in the great transition that humanity, that the planet is going through. And I would like to share with you who is with us on this journey today on our intergenerational transcultural panel. Meet our co-chair of Home for Humanity, Dr. Youssef Mahmoud from Tunisia, currently in New York. A UN, United Nations veteran, a former United Nations Under-Secretary General. Meet Musibanele Ngwenya from Zimbabwe, a team member, Humanity Fellow of Home for Humanity, in charge for communications and media. Meet Paulina Jantos in Berlin, in Germany.
You notice that just the names are exchanged, but I think you recognized who is Youssef and who is Musi from Zimbabwe.
You can notice.
Go ahead. We are all interchangeable, transgenerational, transcultural. So yeah, we are in it together.
We are in it together, and you notice already that we travel, as a collective. Yes. So meet Paulina Jantos in Berlin, Humanity Fellow, and for many years a program director with Home for Humanity. And do meet in spirit also our dear friend Pops Mohamed from South Africa, who was supposed to join us today, but who is not feeling well. But you will, so much is already mentioned, you will meet him through his extraordinary and legendary music. Welcome to each and every one of you.
Yes. It is exactly in this spirit of peace and unity that has been ignited by Unity Earth in this edition of Unity Week that we come together because we are so proud of our partnership with Unity Week, with the Holo movement who we heard yesterday. And in this continuity, we want to share what is our contribution towards creating peace and unity on Earth by 2030. And our transcultural, transgenerational team will be unfolding this vision with you.
And as that, before we take you into a short video on the One Home Journey, we are going to share a One Home Journey poem with all of you. It's time. It's time to widen our wings. It's time. It's time to widen our wings. It's time to travel. A newer story is awaiting to be written. That story sees an author in each living being. That story speaks volumes, scripted by us all. It is a story of a journey spanning all our lands, a journey to each corner of our planet, a journey that connects all our hearts, a journey that is crafting greener futures, a journey that will take us home, a journey that will make us home. Let's call this journey our one home journey. Let's make this journey one that fills our inner homes, that feeds our local homes, that makes our planetary home a true home for humanity, a true home for each single member of the family of life. Friends, it's time to widen our wings. It's time to travel home.
And this film, which takes us we invite you to watch a film which gives a sense of what this one home journey will be.
Ngale ngoma sikhumbula zonke izihlobo zethu, imindeni yethu, nabo bonke abantu abaswelayo. Imoya yenu mayilale ngoxolo. Qamatha anikhusele, asikhusele nathi sonke.
So that was a little glimpse of our One Home journey. And as you can see, it's a journey of all of us as concerned and caring Earth citizens, a journey of collaboration and co-creation and partnership, not just with Unity Earth, Purpose Earth, but with so many other remarkable global organizations working for a regenerative, inclusive future, some of whom are right here with us, like World Dream Day, like World Future Council, and many of the homes for humanity around the world, some of whom, new and old, are right here with us, joining this call. But if this seems a stretch of imagination to you, luckily we have our dear co-chair, Youssef Mahmoud, who after having worked for 30 years or more in the United Nations, leading peace operations, building peace around the world, can tell us what you think of this endeavor.
Thank you, Rama. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to perhaps set the scene my own way for why we're here and why our planet is burning, as Rama shared with us. It's burning because the womb of all life is in trouble, because we consider humans as the superior species at the center of the universe, with the planet at our disposal. To paraphrase a famous ecologist, we have surrendered our values to a grotesque economic system that actively grinds what's beautiful and unique into money, destroying what we love along the way. And amidst the destruction, it has become increasingly difficult to find a sense of home and rootedness when the seasons and rhythms are off kilter. The overall global culture seems to be immersed in a violent journey of separation, where the them are kept at bay from the us. What's most disheartening for me as a peacemonger is that wars, rather than diplomacy, seem to have become the new norm. And at this threshold in human evolution, we are discovering that the remaining islands of certainty bequeathed to us by a dying hegemonic knowledge system are no match for what we are facing. Luckily, this is only part of the human story. Another story is emerging as we bear witness to the ruin around us. New beginnings are stirring from old endings, and we are seeing an increasing number of evolutionary movements putting forth and enacting a tapestry of radical alternative paradigms, which, if coalesced, could make the old destructive ones obsolete. The Home for Humanity movement I am privileged to be part of is another seed in our collective evolutionary journey towards a harmonious Earth civilization for all sentient beings. Drawing on the conscious leadership and experience of exemplary intergenerational Earth pioneers, Home for Humanity is charting from the inside out a path towards a regenerative, inclusive, and just future, one home at a time across all the continents, as you have seen from that video. An undertaking that seemed outright impossible to me 2 years ago. I have since learned how to dream, and the impossible is no longer in my vocabulary. And I'm now excited to be part of the journey. And like other system movements that preceded us during this World Unity Week, we're inviting you to join in so we can start leading all together in a symbiotic relationship from the emerging future. And who knows, We may even succeed in coaxing the otherwise disunited United Nations to borrow a page from our collective journey book as it gears up for its 2024 Summit for the Future, designed to lay the foundation for more effective global cooperation that can help humanity deal with the current challenges it's facing and the threats looming ahead. We need all hands on deck, and we can't afford to leave behind the international governance machinery, flawed as it is. As a former UN official, I recognize this is no easy task, but we must try to secure a seat at this summit and make the collective conscious voices of we the peoples heard. Thank you.
Dear Youssef, Mahmoud, thank you so much for connecting us to that the impossible is no longer part of our vocabulary, and that we do have a collective responsibility, home to home, so to say, and country to country and culture to culture, to play our role in restoring our governance systems and restoring our Mother Earth. The challenge is huge, and the One Home journey will take us in 7 years with a view to 7 generations around the entire planet, to each and every country of this planet in 7 years, with many of you hopefully as co-voyagers. The challenge is huge, and we took the particular invitation of the World Unity Week, the 99 days of challenge from now to World International Peace Day, which is close also to World Dream Day, the 25th of September, to put ourselves as a planetary movement onto a challenge to gear ourselves up for this journey. A challenge to make ourselves available for Earth citizens around the planet co-voyaging with us. And we are now ready in this moment to share how we are going to respond to the challenge. And I wanted also at this moment honor the guidance that we have from our second co-chair, which is no other than our beloved Jean Houston, one of the great icons of the human development and human potential movements around the planet, and whose spirit is fully with us on this journey. Rama, the challenge.
The challenge. Yes, it was a beautiful experience here with our young humanity fellows, core team, connected through the internet with our inspiring co-creators around the world, saying, how do we respond to this delightful invitation of World Unity Week to make a challenge for these 99 days that we could fulfill? And this is what we've come up with. If we could maybe share this beautiful web page we designed specially, and Muzi will walk us through it.
Launched today.
Launched just today, right now, before we started this call. And Muzi, if you'd like to take us through what we came up with, what we'd like to challenge ourselves with and commit ourselves to between now and International Peace Day.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Greetings to you all. And as you have heard from everyone, this is what we are taking on as a challenge, the 99-day challenge for the One Home journey to co-create home on Earth as home for humanity. And for our 99-day commitment, as you have heard, is inspired, and we are in partnership with Unity Earth for the 99 days of achieving peace through unity from June to September for the 99 days. And I would like to express to you what we aspire to achieve within these 99 days. Our first goal is to achieve 33 new homes for humanity and 44 core voyages for the One Home journey and 77,000 euros as a foundational funding for the One Home journey. Coming to the 33 homes, where each home or organization, community, movement, or embodying peace and unity while integrally innovating personal, local, and planetary transformation. And for the 44 core voyages, we actively support the One Home journey, and we need each and every one of you that are here with us at this hour to actively support the One Home journey and make a gift towards the foundational funding of the One Home journey, and spread the word to others, your friends, your family members, to become either core voyages or also homes for humanity. And for the 77,000 euro, this will enable the core team and a core group of 7 humanity fellows from diverse continents. As you have seen today as Home for Humanity, we are quite diverse. And to prepare the organizational, logistical, and programmatic grounds for the foundational year of the One Home journey. So as you visit our website, when you do either after tonight, you will explore the One Home journey. You will find a platform that explores the One Home journey, and you will have the video that shows you the One Home journey, which is a collective future building expedition that we are all embarking on to all countries on earth to transform our divided world into a united home for humanity, for the diversity of life on our own planet. And you will find a section where you find the Homes for Humanity. And this is where you will discover these exemplary homes for humanity that we currently have that are dotted around the world, around the earth. And then we have the core team, and you will meet some of us, you are seeing us, and then there are more of us to come. And as you develop further, this is where you place your hand and your position. You will find a contact us where you will enter your details, your last name, and your email, and a message that you have for us to either ponder on, or what you offer, or how you feel, or how this challenge resonates with each and every one of you from whatever community that you come from, continent or country. And remember, this is a One Home journey for each and every one of us here. No one is excluded, everyone is included. Thank you.
Muzi, thank you so much. And I would like to bring to everyone's attention, if you could once more look at this webpage and scroll down a little bit, as you can see the artwork. If you could see the website once more and scroll a bit, and we see the challenge expressed with more information, and the particular page is now also in the chat. But it's really an invitation to explore, an invitation to join, an invitation to travel in different ways, the One Home journey. And Paulina, I guess there's more to say from our side.
Before Paulina comes on, one sentence I do want to say about this challenge and why I'm really grateful. We are all grateful to Unity Earth is so far Home for Humanity, the remarkable things that we've managed to achieve as a movement has been really a voluntary movement. It's been a non-transactional movement, countering what Youssef, you so powerfully and poignantly expressed, how we've reduced everything of real value to a monetized amount. And that's what we've managed just with this power of love and unity and the spirit of collective responsibility and love for the earth and for each other to begin wherever we are and do so much. But we realized it was a leap, and it's beautiful that our day, our session comes on the day devoted to abundance, because we've practiced this philosophy, a gifting economy, an economy of love and of shared abundance. And we've seen that, literally movements for transformation of ourselves, our local cultures and homes and our planet can come about because when we share what we have and start with what we have such abundance. And this is the first time, literally, that we are saying, you know what? To do this journey, we will need a bit of that currency as well, which is expressed in coins and paper. So let's go for that. And as that money comes in here, it gets transformed through the power of love and unity to create this one earth, peace on earth, home on earth for all life. So it's been a great jump for us to take on this challenge and call in the shared abundance to create our future together. Paulina.
Thank you. And also hello from my side to everybody. That was a beautiful introduction, Rama. Thank you. And having worked with Home for Humanity now since almost 3 years, I would really love to highlight exactly what you were saying, that so many gifts have been coming in and so many people have been contributing their experiential wisdom and their local expertise. And that has just been so beautiful to witness how that, just like a chain reaction of love and enthusiasm, how everybody finds their place and just serendipitously come in at the right moment with their skills and with their expertise. And it's just so beautiful to see Home for Humanity cross these different portals. And every time there are so many people joining and contributing to the challenge. So having our core team spanning from Cameroon, our beautiful Linda Leoga, to Switzerland with Matilda, from Zimbabwe with Muzi, till here Germany with me, and many more people who have been part of Home for Humanity and are part of it. We really just want to invite everybody of you who we know has a very special nugget and their wisdom to bring to the table, to really pull it in, to come together, to offer what we have and what we can activate, the resources that we have locally, individually, to really take care of our Earth home. And we on purpose also framed the One Home journey in this critical time frame, also covering the period that the Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the United Nations are covering, because as we are aware, this is a very critical time for us to become active. And Home for Humanity is really taking the step to invite everybody's expertise and knowledge and gifts and talents that they have been blessed with in this life to sit together at a table, to first realize there is a table and we have to sit around it and dance around it and celebrate what we can actually realize as humanity when we harness our collective power and potential. And so, yes, this is an open invitation to take care of our inner homes, of our local homes and communities, and finally of our one Earth home, and to join the journey in whatever way is possible and desired by you. So, and with that, I think we're coming to the second video, which is highlighting our core team and our reflections on the One Home journey when we had the joy and pleasure to come together at Home for Humanity in France just 2 weeks ago. And yes, that has been not without challenge, but with beautiful epiphanies and exchanges. So let this video speak for itself. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Linda Leoga from Cameroon. And she's? I'm Matilda from Switzerland.
I'm Paulina from Germany.
And here's Muzi from Zimbabwe, who could unfortunately not be with us because of a visa rejection, but it's here with us in spirit.
And we are the Home for Humanity Dream Team. We had a retreat in the last 3 days to brainstorm on our biggest or our newest project, which is the One Home journey. And what I particularly find about this, about our being here together, is that for me as a Cameroonian, it's my first time to Europe, and also meeting my Home for Humanity colleagues for the first time. I'm particularly joyed because I find myself in the middle of nowhere with a lot of environments, greenery, enough food from almost all continents of the world. But what I would like to talk to you most importantly today is the contributions that came, or the achievement or the milestones that came from this retreat. And what particularly got to me was Matilda's contribution, where she said the One Home journey should not just be something, a caravan that goes around the world, navigates all continents, carrying the Home for Humanity flag, that it should be a question of what do we leave behind in these communities? How do we impact these communities? What do we learn as the bigger cosmos from these communities? And most importantly, how do we ensure that after the One Home journey is achieved in the year 2030, what can we say about cultures merging? How do we then build peace from a global perspective? So I think for me, this gathering here this weekend or for this 3 days of this week has been fruitful, and I think we have more to do, but at least this is the base we can take from here.
Yes, and I mean, I can only build on this. And for me as well, also being here and experiencing this team, even if we are just a little team present on the ground, but we have a much bigger team and much diverse, and witnessing how such a diverse team can bring forward immense ideas like this one, and the diversity can allow us to reach immense goals. And I just wish, and my renewed commitment after this retreat, I would say, is to really find ways to export this into other realities and into the entire world through also this one home journey.
Hello, my name is Muzi Wanele Tandambuna, and I'm from Zimbabwe. And I would like to echo what my friends are saying about the one home journey, because this is not just a journey, this is an expedition, a collective future building expedition for you and me, by you and me. This is, for us, this is driven by passion, this is driven by purpose. Passion for the love of humanity, the love of each other. And this journey will take us through 7 days of co-learning and co-creating in each society. 7 years to travel, to voyage each country by country, continent by continent, community by community, helping them, us, realize the potential we have, home by home, to create a sustainable environment for future generations, which take us to 7 generations. So it's 7 days, 7 years, 7 generations. Because of the divided world we live in today, this is why this journey is paramount. This is why this expedition is paramount. And my contribution to the journey is through media work, like the video you're watching right now, to help you where you are, reach you, so that we can reach you before we can reach you. And through our personal inner feelings, inner purpose, inner drive, we each have a part to play to change the world. And this will give communities that opportunity to unleash the power within their homes, within their societies, to be sustainable for the global family, for the global community, for the Earth family, for humanity. So in order for us to see and live in the world that we want to do, this is the first step that we're taking, and this is the journey that we are embarking on to change the world.
Wonderful. And you can already notice that the One Home journey actually already started just with us being here together, bringing our cultural treasures together and exchanging our local wisdom on this global scale. And what I just also want to emphasize is something that Muzi said when he mentioned that it is truly in the end about the future and about the 7 generations. Even though we are going to be there present with local communities for 7 days, it is really about our 7-year commitment, and beyond that, basically about our lifelong commitment. And what is also really important, and in that sense really underlined even through Muzi's absence here in our team retreat, where we would have cherished his presence oh so much, is that exactly the One Home journey aims at overcoming planetary boundaries, which are only there on paper and unfortunately still in our minds. And this is what we want to overcome and dissolve by being here, and this is what we started, and this is what we're going to manifest and work towards, to manifest true diversity and unity.
So we just look forward to have you on board as well.
Yes. Join the One Home journey!
Join the One Home journey, be on board!
Dear friends, Do you get a sense for the blessings we receive being able to work with such incredibly talented young people from around the world who go over every obstacle to make it happen? And even visa rejections couldn't stop the immense co-creation that we aim beyond generations, as you can also experience on this panel. We would like to invite you also to share your reflections in the chat, to engage with us as we are moving in this short sequence today in World Unity Week through this journey, and to be like you already are, to be the ripple in this global unfolding movement. Let's work together home to home. And when we speak home, what do we mean actually by a journey that connects homes across all continents, in every country, in every culture? Homes for Humanity are pioneering homes, people who have taken the platform they are living in, their own home, their own organization, their communities, their initiatives to drive community, societal, and planetary change. Each of the Homes for Humanity is committed to 3 levels of home. And when I share them now, you will feel the resonance also with the field that has been opened here by World Unity Week. It is the inner home of our humanity. It is a local home where we embody the change that we want to see in the world. And it is our commitment to our shared and common home that we share as a species with all other species and forms of life. And hence homes come together and have come together over recent years to work together in a planetary grip to drive and to pioneer social innovation, to pioneer paradigm shift, to be the change, to create also what we call an Earth campus where we can learn and practice and innovate the future that is dying to land in our midst. So that is what Homes for Humanity are doing. And the one home journey is connecting us home to home. It is inviting every home in, each one of us here on this call and around this planet can be a home for humanity by embracing a life-affirming perspective, by addressing burning issues in our communities, by building the future, and by also participating in a global forum of exchange, of impact generation to drive altogether systems change for a future that is worth living in. That are Homes for Humanity.
And what we see now with the One Home journey is, as we've been feeling over these last years, there are more and more movements, organizations, initiatives, which have their pulse on exactly what is needed to accelerate this movement for, a One Earth rising, for an Earth culture for all life. And right now we are seeing how our movements are coming together. The Holo movement, for example, that we spoke about yesterday, and experienced, which is bringing together this movement. What we feel is that this is the time where we can jump into the exponential. If we take the 7-year period that Paulina so beautifully pointed out, is this period where we have the SDGs and the 2030 goals. And if each one of us from the depths of our inner home makes that vision and that commitment to that one Earth rising that we want to contribute to over these 7 years, and that Earth that we want to see emerging and establishing itself together, then as we connect inner home to inner home, Earth home, a local home to local home, we can become an unstoppable force for exponential change. And some of you had asked, who are these homes around the world? Right now, we were about 12 exemplary homes when we started off a couple of years ago, movements that have been there for many decades, which see themselves as a home for humanity, creating inclusion on the one hand, radical inclusion, and creating space for innovation and transformation of our local and planetary realities. And as we speak over last year and this year, new homes are spreading around the world as new movements begin to recognize themselves as homes for humanity, or existing organizations say, we too see ourselves as a home for humanity. And this is the invitation to everyone, because everyone from your refugee tent, since we are in Refugee Week, from your apartment, your home, your school, your university, your club, can be a home for humanity, your organization, your enterprise or business.
So let's experience what homes for humanity around the world are. We've prepared a little video for you that takes us already on a journey around the planet, experiencing the nature, impact, and visions of homes for humanity.
And yet again with the music of our dear Pops Mohamed.
this short video to inspire you what could come out of a simple home in its origin. Many of these organizations, as Rama mentions, are already decades on their way, but they all started as a home and still kept this energy and culture of home, with a sense for the local home and a sense for the Earth home as a whole. And we invite you to continue using the chat, and we are aware that we do have new upcoming Homes for Humanity also in our audience now. Share with us in writing what motivated you to join the movement, and how did it start for you, and what do you receive by being part of this collective journey?
Yes, to share your experience with the others. And for those of you who are hearing about the One Home journey and the Homes for Humanity and this metaphor and reality of homes as a way of connecting all of our movements and commitments, please put in your questions in the chat so that we can collect them and respond to them, and we'll be having an interactive part after laying out this. So if you're wondering, how do I bring this home to my own life? What does this mean for me?
How do I bring home home?
Exactly. We felt it could be quite lovely to share, Muzi, for you to share what this was like for you to bring this home to your own life and your community.
Thank you, Professor and Dr. Rama, and greetings again to everyone and all the new people that have joined us. For me personally, I would like to say that, as we pioneer planetary regeneration as the whole term, the umbrella term, it starts personally, inwardly within each and every one of us, our passion, our drive. What really makes us tick? What makes you who you are? And what makes you lend a hand to someone else who's in need? That is a personal you that no one else knows. And then you take it to your local home, which is your community, how you interact with your community. And that is how I started my own initiative, also thankfully to the course journey that One Home for Humanity also hosted. And I'm proud to say that I'm a graduate of that course. And it has enabled me to really look deep within my own community and the kind of life that we are living currently and the crisis that we have as a community, which is a local home, and address such issues. As a youth, we are looking at alcohol and drug abuse, which is a serious issue. And this is my initiative that I'm tackling within my local home, which is my community, and really trying to change their perspective and really introduce a new culture where we really are together. And also, I have been also fortunate enough to also work with one of our exemplary Homes for Humanity, which is Integral Kumusha. And I have been part of Integral Kumusha for a while, and I've attended some of the events, and I've noticed the mental change that is there present today. Because though it is based in a rural setup, it is very modernized. It is integrated the urban life into rural life, but also not only that, speaking of alternative power source of power, which is solar, and we have bowl to access water, but the community is actually involved in these activities, in these events, and they are learning a new way of looking at, the rural life that we knew long ago as a punishment. We never wanted to go to the rural areas because it was a form of punishment to us, but we were missing so much because it was connecting us home. And communities are realizing this through Homes for Humanity and for the planetary regeneration. That is how it is initiated. And I would like to share with you something very personal that happened recently. As you saw in the team video, that I wasn't able to join my fellow colleagues in France and for the Spirit of Humanity Forum, which I was so dearly invited to. But unfortunately, due to some political systems constraints and how the system is structured, I suppose, I wasn't able to. And I would really like to share this personal story and how it has transformed me to look at life differently and actually grow from that experience. And I hope that this will echo with each and every one of you, and you will be able to voice out your own crisis and contribute to planetary regeneration. So please, if you may play video, and I would like to share that with each and every one of you here today.
It will be as if it never happened. When you feel that, and your heart and your mind and your body and your spirit will be at ease, that is how you know you have achieved peace. We all have a journey to embark on. Some of you are already on that journey. Some of us are already on that journey. But what is important from my understanding is that as we charter these pathways, it is paramount we carry our authenticity. Though sometimes life is a roller coaster of negativity and unfortunate events, but when we express a collective vision for our times, for humanity to come together in unity, to transform our divided world into a united home for the Earth family, I promise you, we are in love. And it is this love that will birth the peace amongst each other, but most importantly for each other in harmony and peace. We are a diverse people, ethnically, culturally, systematically, knowledgeably, but not earthly. Earth is our home, and with this love, we nurture a new world of authentic purpose actioning. Leading with love, we naturally heal from the crisis. My name is Muzi Wanele Tandongwenya, and I am with Home for Humanity France. I was supposed to be with you here, but unfortunately my visa was refused. I am based in Zimbabwe, and I also work with a community-based enterprise called Integral Kumusha, which is a Home for Humanity also under Homes for Humanity. And we focus here on an Ubuntu-based approach, and it is for community empowerment and the regeneration of rural livelihoods. And this is my way and our way of contributing to the world, starting community, starting locally. And this is actively changing the narrative and perspective of living in the rural areas, which were understood as places of primitive mindsets. But now there is authentic history being created through innovation and selflessness, co-creating a new awareness and literally changing lives. I myself am a graduate, an online course graduate that was hosted by Home for Humanity called The Power of Homes for Unleashing Planetary Regeneration. And this has enabled me to start my own initiative called Nikaya, which means home. And home for me is a place I escape to. It's a place I run to because it is full of peace and love. And that is what we all need. That's what gives me sanity. So I would really like to thank you so much for having me here. And I love you all so much, and peace be with you. And let this be the language that we speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Muzi. We would love to, in the spirit, we are now in not just World Unity Week, but also World Refugee Week. And tomorrow, our program will focus more on that topic, and we will have our dear colleague Enzo Ika, who has been a refugee for now over 15 years of his life, separated from all of his family and all that he holds dear. So in the spirit of what happened to Muzi and happens to so many of us, the mobility that Paulina referred to earlier, the divisions that continue to divide us, let's just take a moment to go back over this short journey we've been on in the last exactly 60 minutes. Let's go back over the journey of our own lives. But now, as our dear Youssef always reminds us, let's engage in future-back thinking. All of us are thinking so much about 2030. And if we adopted Youssef's philosophy that impossible doesn't exist anymore, we can't let it exist anymore. So if we move forward into 2030 and see this new earth that has risen as of now, that now is surrounding us, as all of our visions and commitments have been fulfilled through all our collective, collaborative, co-creative efforts, as man-made divisions have been recognized for what they are and put aside, dissolved. And as we've experienced this transformation within ourselves, between us, and with all of life, the one unity that connects us all. So we would just invite you in this moment, as you connect your inner heart, inner home, if you would just write into the screen what's alive in your heart right now. Is it the vision that's drawing you forward? That vision of our shining, connected earth in 2030? Is it the commitment that's pulsing you towards that vision? Is it the challenge, the 99-day challenge you've taken on? Is it a question that's been raised in you by everything we've shared so far? Is it your experience of becoming a home for humanity, or of discovering now that you are and have always been a home for humanity, a place of radical inclusion and unity, a place of transformation for your community and the world? So please share in the chat so we can engage in this shared space of co-creation, beginning right here to co-create home on earth, peace on earth, unity on earth for all life. And perhaps we could go back, as we will, into gallery view to see as many of you as we can, friends new and old, partners, colleagues, co-creators, change makers, transformers all, and looking forward to your words of inspiration so we can all learn from each other in this sacred space of unity.
And being aware that we have friends and colleagues from literally every continent in this call, we would like to call forth a couple of voices. On the one hand, in writing in the chat, on the other hand, of hearing some of you coming forth, sharing your voice with a short statement in reflection to what you heard, in reflection to your own 7-year vision and commitment looking into the future. Just a short moment so it allows us to bring a couple of voices in.
Necla, Professor Necla Chirgi, it's so beautiful to see you for the first time since COVID. It would be beautiful if you feel ready to share a couple of words, if that's not putting you on the spot. Okay, let's just ask, is it possible to unmute for the next few moments some of the participants so that they could contribute? Just checking with the organizers if that could be done.
Who were you asking upon, Rama? Like who to speak?
For Necla, Necla, Tschirgi.
I am, thank you. I am unmuted now. Greetings, friends from California. I have been privileged to be friends with Rama, Alexander, and Youssef for a very long time. And I am so excited to see this initiative coming alive in such a wonderful way. I am particularly impressed by the fact that this is so well grounded in local initiatives, local homes, inner homes, and is a global movement. And thank you for including me, and I will be supporting you in the next 7 years.
Necla, deep gratitude and good to see you. Can we just get around the planet so we hear different voices from different cultures speaking? I see Aleka Vial from Chile, currently in Mexico. Aleka, can we unmute you, please?
Yes, hello. I'm so happy to see you, Rama and Alexander. My heart is very awake and so grateful for your initiative. I'm in Mexico right now, and what I would like to share to all of us is what I heard today from Arkan Lushwala. He's a Peruvian leader, indigenous leader, very beautiful heart. And what he said is that the first question is not what we can do. That is the second question. The first question is, what can we be? So I'm very connected and devoted to change my inner awareness and doing my work of the connection with love, with this energy, this source of energy, intelligence, superior intelligence, that it's always there. And it's very important that each one of us develops this home, inner home, because there is all the answers, all the beauty, all the solutions, all the love. And I think that I feel that we are awakening very fast, and that at the outer things put more difficult, our heart is awakening much faster. So I have so much hope, and I really see an amazing future full of different tribes, different communities, creating amazing things as you are doing and as you are collecting. And I'm really thank you from my heart to putting all these initiatives together. It's so important that we can see them, that we can feel them, that we can be connected, and to know that we are not alone in this path and that we are together. Thank you so much.
Aleka from Chile and Mexico, thank you so much. Please raise your hand, or I'm zipping now to North America, Canada, Paul Schaffer, the World Culture Project. Paul, are you with? You want to briefly come, please?
Thank you very much, Alexander, and my apologies in advance. I'm just getting tuned into the new technologies, so I still have a lot to learn about them, but I appreciate this opportunity. I'm director of the World Culture Project based in Markham, Canada, and I've had the privilege and good fortune to know Alexander and Rama and Arjuna for many years now, and have the highest regard for them as people, and particularly the exciting and important work that they're doing. One thing that's really impressing me about this whole experience is the way in which they've both been able to draw so heavily on their past experiences and achievements in creating their home for humanity and building the connections and relationships throughout the world. What's particularly impressive about that for me is that they're very distinguished and accomplished in working with young people and future generations, and that they've been able to build their connections and commitments to people in this age category, and very important work that they're doing. I wish them every success with their work, and I will look forward to communicating with them directly following this wonderful presentation, to let them know at greater length just how much their work is appreciated by myself and many others throughout the world. I think it's one of the most important things that is going on in the world today. It certainly deserves our full support. And if there are two people in the world that can bring this to fruition, it is without doubt Alexander and Rama. Thank you so much.
We are very much humbled, and we really see ourselves as servants to Gaia and to our humanity and awakening. Very touched by your words. Thank you. We would love to ask, is there anyone else? There's so many new people we are meeting here. I hope you will connect to many others who are Homes for Humanity and in our community.
Rama, Peter Blaze is here. He wants to say something.
Oh. Yes, wonderful, Peter. Please. It would be cool.
I didn't want to say anything, actually. I'm too shy, but Ben has put me on the spot. Also from Eastern North America, here in the state of Maine on the longest day of the year. Just to say how breathtaking the breadth of the work is. It's so impressive. And to echo the gentleman before me, it's so great to see and hear youth on the Zoom screen this week. We could use a lot more of that, and your articulate intergenerational colleagues are inspiring. So thank you so much. And I think that's all I'll have to say now. I really have learned a lot about your work, and we look forward to working with you at Unity Earth.
That's beautiful. Well, you'll see on the stage that we have 3 amazing Nepali musicians, activists, change makers who will be the first new home for humanity we will launch. And I wonder if I could invite either Kedar or Suresh or Dipesh to speak on your behalf for a minute. We don't hear you, Suresh. Kedar, do you want to try?
Maybe could we unmute Suresh? He's now.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, Suresh.
Yes.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Namaste from Nepal. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Rama Mani and Alexandra, who gives us this wonderful opportunity to be a part of Home for Humanity. We are learning a lot from Home for Humanity, how we unite and how we take up a challenge. Just I heard this is wonderful, and we are also wonderful as a part of this Home for Humanity. We work here in Nepal for education, employment, and entrepreneurship. That's how we try to connect and reconnect with our community here in Nepal. Thank you for this opportunity, Rama and Alexandra.
Thank you. Suresh, would you like to add something? Okay. Just to mention that Kedar, Suresh, and Dipesh come from the Gandhari community of street musicians who have really used music as a way to connect, transform their societies and their own community. And we're very honored that you will soon be part of this community. I think, Suresh, you are unmuted. And yes. No, maybe without your earplug, Suresh. We don't hear you yet. Yes.
Everybody. Okay. Good evening. It is around 8 o'clock in France. And thank you for giving us these opportunities to be a part of this journey. And thank you for a special gathering of Home for Humanity tonight. I would like to introduce myself as how I joined this journey, Home for Humanity. I stand before you, I share my journey to intervene with the transformative power of music, culture, and community building. Alongside me in this remarkable odyssey has been the esteemed Dr. Rama Mani, whose guidance and wisdom have inspired me pure project of my journey. My story begins in Nepal back 2011, where I embarked on a mission to create social changes through music. I initiated...
Suresh, sorry,
yes.
I hope you can hear us. We have only 1 minute, unfortunately, because we are soon closing the program. So please, a statement. Thank you.
So, Alexander and Rama, thank you so much for this incredible program. Home for Humanity is a blessing to the world, and this extraordinary discussion about our home journey. There's someone I really want you to meet, somebody who ought to have been at the Hollow Movement gathering in Sedona, but had a prior commitment to be in Hawaii at the time. And that's my dear brother, John Raymer, and someone who is the co-creator of World Unity Week. Alexander and Rama, your work for Home for Humanity is so aligned with John's mission and his work at the Sign Network and everything that John does. Using technology and design and innovation and strategy, John's all about the how. He's like way past the why and well into the how. And this is why I think for you, Alexander and Rama, I really want John to be here just to greet you and to have a moment together of our Home for Humanity meeting Compassion Games and the Sign Network in World Unity Week. John, I'd love you to greet Alexander and Rama.
Oh my God, what a blessing. Wow, this is what history feels like. We're finding each other in this new world. And the values you just shared of culture and music and community building, that's what's possible here. So I say, hi, I know you, we just hadn't met. There's so much universal goodness and how we transform that into real change in a just and loving way. It's happening. I'm living to see the day, and I honor Unity Earth and all the members of the Sign Network and everyone who's up for a compassion game as we find our way home in this magic canoe that's moving between worlds. And a new Earth is rising, and it looks like this. So we've got 99 days just to know we're here creating a field for getting to know each other, doing exactly that. The music, I don't know if you heard Kristen's Rain Shine album that was launched last night, but it was amazing. You got to hear that. She is unbelievable. So music, culture, community building, yes. We've got this mighty network set up where anyone freely that can get on the internet can get connected. There are missions, the idea that during this time frame we can go out of our comfort zones and find what we call radical collaboration. So there's 99 days of radical collaboration by teaming up, led by this amazing, I say she is this generation's Jane Goodall, Dr. Tamsin Woolley Barker. And she's in this film, The Endangered Generation That's Being Lost. There's so many amazing people that are right next to you here. We're 1 degree of separation. So, Ben, I love you, brother. Thanks. Let me say a few words, and let's put some links in so everybody knows what we're talking about. We can really do that community building stuff, not just during these moments that are magic, but actually stay connected and keep that connection and that fire burning while we, go from a world no longer to a world not yet. And honoring the youth and the women. And the indigenous population of the world is rising this way. It's so beautiful to see.
Our home journey. Thank you, John, for your authenticity and your sincerity. It's extraordinary. I'd love to give Alexander and Rama an opportunity to respond to you before we close today.
Yes. Well, you want to say one thing first. Dear John, we greet you in this spirit, and each one of you in the spirit of radical collaboration with a radically open heart to make this happen, and to take the spirit of this moment further. And we are definitely going to need your magic canoe for this one home journey. Yes. There's no doubt on this. And in that very spirit, you spoke so powerfully also from your years of experience, from the how, from a world which is no more and not yet, and yet we can feel the future already in your words and what you shared with us. I feel you beautifully almost close, but I would, because Rama and I have also spoken a lot, and we receive by far too much credit because so many of us are participating in this huge co-creation. And I would very much love our home elder, Dr. Youssef, Mahmoud, and then our youngest, Paulina and Muzi, just to say a final word in concluding our panel and to share that the journey has already begun since long. And we welcome and can't wait to deepen that journey together.
And from our side, really to say we are so ready for literally physically traveling around the earth on canoes and boats and ecological vehicles with so many of you virtually and in real time and serving this moment of transition. And with that, we turn back to our wonderful, wise future ancestor, Youssef, and then to the younger generation.
Thank you, Rama. I'm again speechless. I've learned so much. There are three messages I'd like to leave with you. The first one is that this is an invitation to a global journey, but it's a journey that starts within. Most changes, the doors to most change opens only from the inside. So we need, first of all, an inner migration. So that's the first thought I wish to leave with you. The second thought is that we need, for this journey to be impactful, we need the bold wisdom of the older generation and unfettered imagination of the young ones, as you have heard. Three, and last, it's an invitation for all of us to look at the privileges that we have, which are invisible to us. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. And if you can go back to Muzi's story and ask each one of us what we need to do differently to reduce the impact of these wounds we call borders. So that's my takeaway from this rich and moving conversation. Thank you.
Paulina?
Well, I guess what I would just like to share at the end of this is for us to really enter that space and truly imagine that we have already arrived where we actually want to go, and imagine what a flourishing earth culture would look like to us, where everybody is sharing their gifts and their blessings, and we can truly realize unity in diversity.
Yes, thank you, Paulina, and thank you everyone for joining us and being with us at this hour, at this moment, at this second. And as we have shared all ourselves, inwardly, outwardly, to you, please reflect on all that you are and all that you represent, and see your contribution in the world, in the new world, in the new earth, as an earth family and a global community. I would like to end with that because I feel that reflection is quite important, and very few of us reflect inwardly. And that is where everything begins before we take it out there. So I would leave each and every one of you with that, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Unity Earth.
Gratitude.
Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you, everyone in this audience today. Blessings.
Thank you. Thank you.